What's going on with you, Cancer? It's your girl D here with 8th House Energy, and I'm here to bring you your Silent Enemies reading for the month of April. I hope all is well with you guys. Thank you for coming to check out the video, and hopefully you'll subscribe and hit that notification bell. If you need a personal, my information is going to be in the box below the video. The Silent Enemies reading was designed to help you to pay attention to your intuitive nudges. You know, you come here, you watch tarot card readings, and we go off of our intuitive abilities because that's what tarot is. Some of us go off of astrology, which is a science. So it's the combination of both a science and intuition that we use to determine what may be going on in your life. But you are able to do this as well. And so in this channel, my goal is to put you in a position where you don't need me to read to you. You don't need anybody to read to you. You can, pull your cards yourself, or, you can figure out what's going on based on what your intuition is telling you. And so the only way for you to get comfortable with that is for you to practice, and it's just like a muscle, using your intuition. The more you use it, the more easier it will become for you to decipher if it's just your intuition or if it's your imagination, things like that. Your intuition is always going to tell you what's true, whether you like it or not. Your imagination is going to tell you what you like. Or it may even include fear, right? So that's one way you can tell your intuition from your imagination. So I'm going to put 3 cards out, and I'm going to read each of these cards and tell you what intuitive energies I get off of them. Now, the Silent Enemies reading is a reading about you paying attention to your intuitive nudges when it comes to the people closest to you. Your friends, your family members, your lovers, your business partners, your neighbors, your tenants, your kid's teacher, anybody that you're dealing with on a regular basis, and their energy is infused with yours. We all have an aura, an energy field, right? Of EMI, electromagnetic, I can't even talk, frequencies, right? And so those frequencies consist of our past situations, karma, family dynamics, family curses, the energy from our people who are around us. And so you can pick up on your people's energy, they can pick up on yours. And so your intuition will tell you when their frequency has changed in some way. It's like, okay, John's usually on this frequency, but today he's looking a little different. What's up with him, right? So that's your intuition telling you what's up. So you may go to him, you may investigate that because you may have noticed it on more than one occasion. It's like, okay, this is odd. Why is he feeling this way? You go to him, you talk to him, you find out he's got problems. Maybe his dog is sick and he has to put his dog down, right? So it's like, okay, he's got some problems going on. Let me be a friend to him or a family member, and show love and support. So, this is also helping you to be a positive person in the people's lives that you frequent, right? And then, worst case scenario, you go to him and you're like, okay, something's up with you, what's going on? And he's very standoffish, he may not want to express what's going on. Still doesn't mean anything is necessarily bad. Maybe he just wants to keep it to himself and doesn't want to share that with you. He has a right. He doesn't have to show everything and share everything with you, right? But it could also be, upon further investigation, the people closest to us are the ones who have most access to us and we're most vulnerable to. So you just want to make sure it's not one of those situations where you're vulnerable, all right, or being susceptible to somebody who really is hiding their ulterior motive, right? So with that being said, let's take a look at these 3 cards. I'm going to read them individually, but, for some of you, the energies may mix and merge. So the first card we have is the Magician. This is Mercury energy, major arcana, the Magician. The second card we have is the 8 of Cups energy in reverse. The third card I have is the Queen of Swords. All right, Cancer. So with the Magician energy here, this energy here is one that you have to, okay, I feel like for some of you, there's something that you're not getting. There's something that you're not understanding, or you're having a hard time processing. You're having a hard time accepting. Okay. Mercury. Where's Mercury right now? Where's Mercury, y'all? Hold on. Let me see where Mercury is. Yeah, I use a lot of astrology. So. But at any rate. So, with Mercury, I believe was it in Aquarius? Is it in Pisces now? All right, I'm gonna tell you in a second, because this is gonna make a difference. So Mercury right now is in Taurus. Oh shit, I didn't realize it was in Taurus. It's been in Taurus all this time. And it's going into Gemini on April 29th. Okay, so it's in Taurus. Uranus is there as well. Taurus is all about your value, your self worth, your self esteem. It's also your money making potential. Okay, Uranus is there. Uranus is a planet of surprise, unexpected things happening. It's also a planet of rebellion. Mercury is there. Mercury is processing everything. Like Mercury, I look at as a recorder, a tape recorder, right? Mercury's androgynous in nature. It's not masculine or feminine. It gravitates to whatever energy is closest to it, whatever planet's closest to us. Closest to it. It will take on that energy. It will take on. So if it's closest to Venus, it will take on feminine energy. If it's closest to Mars, it will take on masculine energy. Now it's closest to Uranus. Now the funny thing about Uranus is also androgynous in nature, right? It's not masculine or feminine. And there's things that I've read that say that Uranus gave birth to Mercury. All right, but that's enough about astrology. So this is about the processing of information because Uranus rules Aquarius. Aquarius is an air sign, and Mercury rules Gemini. Gemini is an air sign as well. So it's like Uranus is the father of Mercury. Now, Mercury is all about processing things, right? It's also about communication. We know that. But this is all about making sure you understand something. Like I could say, go to hell. And the way you comprehend that may be totally different than what somebody else says. Somebody else may take me as I'm joking. You may take me as I'm serious and go to hell. You may take me as I'm serious and you may tell me to go yourself, or come join you, right? Something like that. But the way you process it and the way you respond is Mercury energy as well. So there's something you're not processing. There's something you're not getting. There's something you may not be understanding because this is showing up in your silent enemies reading. So it could just be something that you refuse to accept. Taurus is it's your 11th house. No, it's not. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's your 11th house. So your 11th house has to do with long-term goals. Okay, seeing things out for the long term, planning things for the long term. Also has a level of maturity. So some of you could be looking at something from a very immature perspective. And if it's not you, then it's somebody around you. It could be your partner. It could be a family member, a friend, your kid's teacher, somebody you're dealing with on a regular basis. All right. This could also be somebody who, when you come around them, it's just like you draw a question mark. You know that sound that Scooby-Doo makes? Like, you know what I mean? It's like, huh? When they say something to you, it's like you don't understand them. They're not making sense to you. What they're doing is not logical. It's not clear. So, if that's the case, you want to be careful, okay? Because to me, this showing up in the silent enemy reading is like this being in reverse. Somebody may have ulterior motive. Somebody could be purposely trying to hide information from you, keep information from you. Somebody could be purposely trying to deceive you. Somebody may have ill intent towards you, okay? And this is in your 11th house. So this could be the house of your social life. So this could be a friend. Remember, these are energies of people closest to you. So it could be a friend who's acting really weird or is not making any sense to you all of a sudden out of the blue. Or, when you get around people, maybe you're not vibing with them, or there's certain people you get around and you no longer vibe with them. Or, you could have a particular friend who acts different when they're around certain crowds of people, right? You know them type of people who switch up depending on who they're around. You got to watch out for that, okay? Because I feel like you may have somebody around you who's like that. This could also mean that you are lacking something, with the Mercury energy, and we'll clarify in the extent that what it could be. Well, Mercury is in Taurus, so Taurus represents the pentacle, so it could be money. So when I look at the Magician in reverse, because this is what it basically is when it's in the silent enemies reading, it's in reverse. So that means that the magician usually has 4 tools, the pentacle, the cup, the wand, and air, to be all the ether. All of the elements. And then he has ether to help to manifest what it is that he wants. Well, when the magician is in reverse, the magician is missing something. Okay, it's either missing one of those components. So I feel like what's missing, because Mercury's in Taurus, you could very well be missing the pentacle, right? And so as a result of you missing the pentacle, it could be that you don't have the money to do something. You're trying to figure out how to get money, or somebody could be coming towards you for the goal of getting money from you. right? Or it could be somebody could be coming towards you and they could be wasting your time or stalling something out, for more time. Okay, it could be something about a contract as well. So be careful in reference to contracts, in reference to people promising you things by certain times and deadlines. All right, and then you be careful about promising people that as well. Eight of Cups in reverse. So to me, this is something being revealed. This is something being hidden. This is something being revealed. So there's definitely some energy here, illusions. All right, something not being what it's supposed to be. Somebody not being honest with who they are, what their intentions are. It could be somebody from your past coming back into your energy, trying to come back into your energy, because of course we're in the midst of transforming from one set of lunar nodes to another. We're leaving North Node Gemini, South Node, and this is Gemini. We're leaving North Node Gemini, South Node Sagittarius, going into Taurus, North Node Scorpio, South Node. Well, we're already in there. We went in there since January 18th. Well, the energy actually kicks off once we have this new moon slash solar eclipse in Taurus on the 30th of April. Okay. So that's a couple of days from now. We're already feeling these energies. They're very intense. So I feel like with this Eight of Cup energy in reverse, this could be, you may have walked away from someone, but you may not have learned the lesson. This what this Mercury could be about. You may not have processed it. You may have be still cloudy in your vision about what's going on with this. So somebody could be trying to come back in that you let go of. It was somebody that you loved and cared about, because we have the Eight Cups. And the Eight of Cups is an energy of walking away, coming back, walking away, coming back. Each time you go back, there's an illusion you're painting an illusion that everything is okay, we can work it out. But then when you walk away, you realize, okay, I was deceived again. Either you deceived yourself because you weren't understanding what was going on with the Mercury energy in reverse, or this person had ill intent and was doing you dirty. Or it could be the flip side, you were doing this. Okay, so I feel like there's an energy here of someone you being tested. Okay, someone from the karmic could be coming back around, somebody that you should be cutting off and leaving behind with the Gemini, North Node, Sagittarius, South Node energy. And you should be moving into the new karmic cycle, meeting new people, because you finished those lessons already. All right, so only very, very few people can walk with you into this. And I'm talking to people who are spiritually ascending. So not everybody's going to understand this. This may go over a lot of people's head. But this just means the reading is not for you. And it's okay. Now, again, someone's walking away. They were disillusioned at one point in time about a situation or about someone they cared about, because the cups represent emotion. So just be careful that you're not in a situation where you keep going back and forth with someone. Also, the Eight of Cups in reverse represents an energy of not only walking away, but learning your lesson, or walking away and wanting to come back. So I feel like this is showing up as a silent enemy reading, because you may be considering going back because you have not really understood the extent of what this person is doing, okay, or what they've done. So you gotta be careful with this individual. It could be anybody. This is Piscean energy for you. So Pisces for you is your ninth house. So your ninth house is the energy of your philosophy on life, your spiritual beliefs, your religious beliefs. Okay, so somebody that you are dealing with, you two are not on the same, you're not evenly yoked. You're not divine partners, which is why this person may be a karmic to you, meaning that they were introduced to you for you to learn a lesson about yourself. Once the lesson is learned, you separate from this individual. Doesn't matter if they're family or not. The universe doesn't look at it that way. That's only looked at that way in the 3D realm, which is why it's very difficult for people to leave karmic cycles, because if you don't know the universal energy and how it works, you won't know that you're in a karmic connection. Or you may think that someone is your twin flame when they're really your karmic. And that is rampant in tarot, in the tarot community. There are so many people who think that they're dealing with their twin flame when their twin is married to someone else, or that's not how any of that works a lot of times, and it's really basically a karmic who's here to teach you a lesson. But I digress. So yeah, I feel like there's a lesson here that had to be learned with the Eight of Cups in reverse. That is walking away and learning and being like, okay, I see what it is. I'm no longer disillusioned. I'm going to move on. So that it could be going on with you, okay? Or this person around you. It could be somebody coming back around trying to play you. thinking that you don't see what's going on. With this magician energy here, they have ill intent. They're trying to, we got the Eight of Cups, which is Pisces energy. That's like illusions. And then we got the magician with the magic wand. So there's definitely some illusions here with this people or this person. And your intuition is telling you who it is. You're very intuitive. You are the most intuitive because you're ruled by the moon, which is intuition. All right, which is the feminine energy. So you know what's up. You just have to listen to yourself and believe yourself. For some of you, it may not be clear to you, and it could be because your emotions are caught up in it. And moon energy is also emotional energy as well. So it could be challenging for you, but you have to really, who you're supposed to leave behind, but it may just be difficult for you to do it. We have the Queen of Swords energy here. Here's the air energy here. Okay, more air. So with this is your emotions and feelings. Queens represent your feminine energy, your emotions and feelings. And I feel like, what you're not doing, the reason this is showing up here in the silent enemy reading, because you're not looking at things from a logical perspective. Like I just said a couple seconds ago, this is somebody who you have an emotional tie to. It could be somebody you have children with. It could be a relative of yours. It could be a best friend that you've had for 25 years. Okay? It could be a lover. But you're having a hard time seeing the reality of it and cutting your emotions off towards this person with the Queen of Swords energy. And so this is something that you're going to have to do in order to keep from being drawn back into a karmic situation. And there's no telling what, this person's intent is. It's not good. Whatever it is not good. And so, you have to be careful with karmic situations. If you don't leave a karmic situation before a karmic cycle ends, what could happen is you could be doomed to be stuck with this person for another karmic cycle, and there's no telling how long that will last and what will happen during that time. Some people, unfortunately, end up getting pregnant with karmic partners, by karmic partners, and then, there's disaster. And so now you're bringing children into a disastrous connection. Sometimes that's what the universe does. It punishes you by, oh, okay, you don't want to leave this person? Then you don't leave them. Now I'm going to have you attached to them for 25 years or as long as your child is alive. So, these are some of the things that people are experiencing right now. Some people are pregnant right now and don't even realize they're pregnant by a karmic partner. They think that this is the person they're supposed to be with, and that's unfortunate. But not everybody's going through that, but some people are, because that is some people's karma. Some people got away and moved on, and so now they ascend, right? So, it just depends on what's going on with you. But also, you want to be honest with yourself is what I'm also getting here. Some of you are not being truthful and honest with yourself about what it is that you're dealing with, what it is that you truly want, why it's difficult for you to walk away. And some of you are having a problem disassociating your emotions with things or with the circumstance and the situation, which is going to be a challenge for you. So that is something that you're going to have to, that's what's going to help you ascend. Once you get through this challenge, you will ascend spiritually and you'll go to the next level, new level, new devils, right? But you can't get to the new level until you take care of these old devils. You feel me? So some of you are dealing with old devils right now, right? With this energy. So what we're going to do is we're going to go into the extended. I'm going to pull 4 cards for each of these, and we're going to see what other messages the guides have for you. So if this resonated with you or someone you know, Cancer, please let me know in the comments. Make sure you subscribe and hit the notification bell, and please hit that like button. That way it lets the messages get out to those who may get something out of it. So the link to the extended is in the box below. I'm going to head there, so hopefully you'll join me. If not, I'll see you in the next reading. Later, Cancer.